What's up, everybody? It's Mohammed Ashraf, and let's talk about Warren Buffett. The guy's a legend, right? He's been absolutely crushing it in the investing game for decades. I mean, the guy knows how to make money. And guess what? He just made some big moves in the stock market. We're talking about the Oracle of Omaha's latest stock picks for 2025. You know I love to track what Buffett's doing, from real estate to his stock picks. The guy's a genius. So in this video, we're going to break down 7 stocks that he just added to his Berkshire Hathaway portfolio. We're going to dive deep into each company, understand why Buffett's interested and what it all means for your portfolio. You don't want to miss this. First up, we've got Apple. You know, Apple, everyone knows Apple. They're everywhere. Buffett's been a huge fan of Apple for a long time, and this year he went even deeper, adding even more to his already massive stake in the company. So why does Buffett love Apple so much? First off, Apple is a cash machine. They generate insane amounts of free cash flow every single quarter, which gives them tons of flexibility. Think about it, they can reinvest that cash back into the business, buy back their own stock, which Buffett loves, or pay out dividends. They've got options. And let's not forget about Apple's brand loyalty. Their customers are some of the most loyal in the world. People line up for days to get their hands on the latest iPhone. That kind of brand recognition is priceless. Plus, Apple is more than just iPhones now. They've got their services, their wearables, they're even getting into the electric car game. They're diversifying like crazy, and Buffett, he loves that. He sees Apple as a long-term winner, and honestly, who can blame him? Next up, we've got Bank of America, one of the biggest banks in the entire world, and Buffett just increased his stake in them too. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Banks? Really? After 2008? But hear me out. Buffett's a big believer in the banking sector, especially when interest rates are rising, which they are right now. See, banks make money by lending money, and when interest rates go up, they make even more money from those loans. And Bank of America, they're in a great position. They've got a massive customer base, they're doing well financially, and they're actually really well managed. Buffett sees Bank of America as a solid long-term investment, and he's betting that as the economy continues to grow, so will Bank of America. Plus, they pay a pretty sweet dividend too. Now let's talk about an oldie but a goodie, Coca-Cola. This is a classic Buffett investment, and for good reason. He's been a shareholder in Coca-Cola since the 80s, and he's not selling anytime soon. Why? Because Coca-Cola is a brand that's known all over the world. They've got incredible brand recognition, and their products are sold in pretty much every country on Earth. That kind of global reach is hard to beat. Plus, they're constantly adapting and innovating. They're introducing new flavors, new products. They're even getting into the energy drink market. They know how to stay relevant, and that's something Buffett really admires. And let's be real, in good times and bad, people drink Coke. It's a simple product, but it's a staple for a lot of people, and that consistency is something Buffett values. He's all about those long-term, reliable investments. Next up, we've got another company that's all about the brand, American Express. Buffett loves businesses with strong moats, and American Express definitely fits the bill. They've got a premium brand that's recognized worldwide, and they cater to a more affluent customer base. These are people who are less likely to be affected by economic downturns, which makes American Express a bit more resilient. Plus, they're not just a credit card company anymore. They're expanding into other areas like travel and lifestyle, and they're doing a great job of attracting younger customers. Buffett sees American Express as a company that's built to last, and he's confident in their ability to continue to grow and adapt to the changing market. Plus, they pay a dividend, which never hurts. Chapter 5. Chevron, tapping into the energy sector. Now let's talk about Chevron. This one might surprise some people, but Buffett's been increasing his stake in energy companies lately, and Chevron's one of his favorites. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oil and gas, isn't that like so bad for the environment? And yeah, there are definitely concerns about climate change and the future of fossil fuels, but here's the thing, the world still runs on oil and gas. It's going to take a long time to transition to renewable energy completely, and in the meantime, companies like Chevron are going to continue to profit. Plus, Chevron's been investing in renewable energy sources too. They're trying to diversify their portfolio and prepare for the future, which is something Buffett appreciates. He sees Chevron as a well-managed company that's positioned to benefit from the current energy market, and he's willing to bet on their ability to adapt as the world transitions to cleaner energy sources. Chapter 6. Kraft Heinz, the potential of food and beverage. Up next, we've got Kraft Heinz. Now this one's a bit of a head-scratcher for some people. Kraft Heinz has been struggling lately. They've got a lot of debt and their sales haven't been growing as fast as some of the other companies on this list. But Buffett's a value investor, which means he looks for undervalued companies with the potential to turn things around. And he sees that potential in Kraft Heinz. They own some of the most iconic food brands in the world. Kraft Mac and Cheese, Heinz Ketchup, Oscar Mayer, the list goes on and on. These are brands that people grew up with and they're still incredibly popular today. Buffett's betting that Kraft Heinz can streamline their operations, pay down their debt and get back to basics, focusing on their core brands and delivering value to their customers. Chapter 7. Verizon Communications, the future of communication. Last but not least, we've got Verizon Communications. Now, the telecommunications industry is a tough one. There's a lot of competition and technology is constantly changing. But Buffett's not afraid of a little competition. He sees Verizon as a leader in the industry with a massive customer base and a strong track record of innovation. They're investing heavily in 5G technology, which is going to be huge in the coming years. Think about it. Faster download speeds, better connectivity. It's going to change the way we live and work. And Verizon is at the forefront of that change. Buffett sees that, and he's betting that they'll be able to capitalize on the growth of 5G and continue to dominate the telecommunications market. Plus, they pay a pretty nice dividend, which is always a plus in Buffett's book. So there you have it. Those are Warren Buffett's top 7 stock picks for 2025. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mohammed, should I just copy Buffett's portfolio exactly? And look, I get it, the guy's a legend. But remember, just because Warren Buffett invests in a stock doesn't mean it's the right investment for you. You've got to do your own research, understand your own risk tolerance, and figure out what makes sense for your own financial goals. Don't just blindly follow anyone, even if they are the Oracle of Omaha. That being said, I think there's a lot we can learn from Buffett's investing style. He's all about finding solid companies with strong fundamentals, holding them for the long term, and focusing on value over hype. And honestly, that's not a bad strategy for any investor.